Welcome, and good evening. It's good to see you. It's me, your old pal, Decaf Jedi, and I am back tonight with more Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. Now, things have gotten pretty dicey in this investigation. What started out as a classic missing persons case has slowly descended into a conspiracy involving Cthulhu cultists. I don't know. Things got Lovecraftian so quickly that it was hard to really keep track of when we went on full like Squid God mode. But here we are. And what I'm really excited about in this chapter is that the investigation has sent Holmes and Watson to New Orleans. So if you've ever wanted to see Sherlock Holmes and Dr. John Watson wandering around the streets of New Orleans in the late, 19th century, all I can say is, Laissez, le bon temps, rouler. It is time to let the good times roll. So welcome in. Hope you're having a good evening. Glad you could be here with me. It's Sunday night as I record this, going into a Memorial Day weekend here in the U.S. So a little bit of a long weekend. What better way to spend it than by playing a pretty good mystery game? We've been having a lot of fun with this one. I really enjoy it. I can't recommend strongly enough Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. Also really love Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. I believe both are on sale right now on Steam, along with a whole bundle of other Sherlock Holmes games. So if you're curious about these, check them out. I'm really digging what they're doing, Frogwares, with these titles. So yeah, jump in there. I hope everybody's well this evening. Glad you could be here. And if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for being here as well. Don't forget to subscribe, join the channel, become a Codename Ice fan, get early access to VODs, all that sort of good stuff. Love a good plug. All right, we're going to press a button and continue. Okay, so here we are at the Harbor Master's office, and I can't stress strongly enough, Sherlock Holmes has come to New Orleans dressed as a riverboat gambler, and already that is a very boss move. But he does look like he's feeling great. He's gave the double face palm. Okay, let's see. Pieces of evidence are leading to New Orleans. Seems the kidnappers are using the services of the banking house of E.W. Gray to sell gems. Well, we won't let that happen. Ooh, we've got our mind map. Who's the jeweler seller A? Right now, we don't have many threads to connect here in our mind palace, so we'll just jump right out of there. All right. Extra.
Excuse me, just one question.
Oh, I know this. Yeah, let me help you.
Really? Bank can be found on the street up from the port on the left side of the Harbor Master building opposite Chinatown. Wow. That was an incredibly detailed set of directions. What we got going on here? Fine gemstone auction sale. Are those righteous gemstones? Oh, clues.
Black opals being auctioned at the banking house of E.W. Gray.
All right. A missing person in Chinatown. Interesting. More clues.
Our ship leaves tomorrow morning. No room for sightseeing then.
Oh man, he's not going to get to see the Garden District at this rate.
More people missing here too.
Yeah, so the missing persons are happening here in Nolans too. Hey, 6-7. Came here looking for the opium addicted antisocial obsessives. Was not disappointed. Here's Sherlock Holmes too. That's right. Good to see you. You know, the first time I went to New Orleans, I was there for an academic conference, and when I went to Bourbon Street for the first time, a guy walked up to me and said, "I bet $5 I can tell you where you got your shoes." And I was a little bit of a country bumpkin at the time. I didn't know probably I should just keep on trucking at that point. So I stopped. I was like, "I'm intrigued by your offer." And I was like, "Okay." And he said, You've got your shoes on Bourbon Street, USA right now. And I was taken in and gave him $5. This is the easiest $5 I've ever made. That's right.
Black opals being auctioned at the
That's
banking
exactly
house
what I
of
thought,
E.W.
Grayson.
Gray.
That guy took me for a ride. Good to see you, Mateo. You got your shoes on Bourbon Street, USA. I'll get the best of this street hustler, I thought to myself.
Where you at, gentlemen? Here to enjoy yourselves?
Yes. Pardon me, I'd just like to enjoy myself now. Okay, maybe we should go to the jeweler. It's clearly what the game wants us to
Help me,
do.
please.
That's not something I know, sir. Someone else might know more.
Only hurt on your feet. That's not bad, Tom.
Excuse me, just one question.
What makes you think I can be of any help?
So I had an exciting day today. My daughter has basically outgrown her softball bat and needed a longer bat for next season. And it just so happened that a very, very nice used bat popped up on Facebook Marketplace yesterday. And it was a mere hour and a half away in the town of Beckley, West Virginia. So this morning, the family all loaded into the car and drove to Beckley to get a cheap used softball bat. But while we were there, I'd never been to Beckley before, and I heard, oh, look, it's adorable. They have backwards letters. I had heard there was a retro gaming store in their mall. I went to the retro gaming store, and they had a boxed copy of Space Quest 5.
Are you able to help me?
I'm very sorry, sir.
Which I
can't
was
help you.
very excited to discover. That's one I'm still trying to add to my collection. So that was exciting news. But upon asking the person working at the store, was it complete in box? He assured me it was. So I asked if it would be okay if I opened it to check. And he was not thrilled with the prospect of me rifling through one of his boxed PC games behind the glass case. But once I finally convinced him, it turned out there was no Galactic Inquirer in there. So it was not CIB. And I had to leave a copy of Space Quest 5 sitting behind the glass case. It was overpriced to not be complete. So that was a bummer today. I was really excited. Like, considering most used game stores, if they
May
have
I ask for your assistance?
What makes you think I
any
can be of any
PC
help?
game, it's a small miracle. But the idea that they might have a PC game I would actually want was really unexpected. But then, alas, it was too expensive. It's like $100 without key documentation. And that's 100 West Virginia bucks. It'd be like 700 in New York if you got it at your local bodega, Grayson. It's checking out Space Quest 5 at the mall. Just a normal thing you do in 2024. I mean, the reality is it was a very normal thing I would have done at the mall in like 1994 probably. So, you know, it's not, I've at least been consistent. Man, I love a good mall. Nothing makes me happier than a mall. Okay, here's an attorney at law. Let's see, they said it was near the entrance to Chinatown, which appears to be right back there. A lot of these roads seem to be blocked off mysteriously.
Got a spot in mind.
Actually, I'm not sure yet.
Is that E.W. Gray? So we're looking for this jeweler. There's New Orleans Union Station. Where was the clue this place was going to be? May can be found on the street up from the port on the left side of the Harbor Master Building, opposite Chinatown. Okay. Do I have a map? I probably do. But the entrance to Chinatown is up here. Maybe it's the wrong entrance. Maybe I should run through Chinatown and out the other side. Right now we're just getting the lay of the land, you know. This level looks great. I'm hoping I get to explore more Chinatown. Giddy Gator Bar. Yes, please. Actually, before we do any of that, you can't change clothes here. Not cool. Is that a location-based thing or just I can't do it right now? Creole Corridor. Where was the Giddy Gator? Giddy Gator. Okay, so there's the entrance to Chinatown on this side. There's a gun store. Oh, that's exciting.
Could you help me?
Doesn't remind me of anything. Someone else might help you better.
Well, here's the Giddy Gator Bar. Maybe.
Hey, you are good.
Okay, let's see here. So let's read these direct. Bank can be found on the street up from the port on the left side of the Harbor Master building opposite Chinatown. So I have Harbor Master building, right? So there's the Harbor Master's office. Found on the street up from the port on the left side of the Harbor Master building opposite Chinatown. So that would suggest back up here somewhere. This isn't supposed to be the hard part of the game. I'll just edit this in post to make it look like I'll walk directly here.
Mr. Frank
We
Bond,
did it.
right? Auction's about to start.
It was right here where we suspected all along. Need one of those crazy taxi arrows. Absolutely. Wow, everyone who's watching this on the VOD, can you believe I walked directly here? With no wandering around through the magic of editing? No, I won't do that. That'd take a lot of work. Myopia, huh? That's pretty short-sighted of him. Hidden tabloid newspaper. Abe Lincoln alive. Yes. It's the kind of news I want to hear. Something in the pocket. Sandwich. He's a real character, storing a sandwich in a pocket. Well, I mean, people put biscuits in their pockets. People would think I was a better gamer if I wasn't too lazy to edit out my gaffes. That's exactly right. While reading Abe Lincoln Alive makes him a critical thinker who questions everything. Besides, the man has myopia. I mean, that one just seems mean. I mean, he's... I'm going to say critical thinker. I feel like the paranoid fool is a little mean. I am Frank Barnaby.
In the flesh. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Well, hold up. Written invitation first.
Can I present another piece of identification?
Nope. That's why we send the invitation.
See, I like this. I like that it is just straight up. Hey, Watson. Just straight up an adventure
Holmes,
game at this point.
over here. Any luck? None. They're holding an auction, invitation only. The good news is,
Yeah, Holmes needs
I
some
know
sleep.
who might have one. We need to find Mr. Barnaby.
Who?
Frank Barnaby, most likely a local.
And do you think Mr. Barnaby will be happy to share his invitation?
Let us first find him, then we can see if he is the generous type.
We'll simply beat it out of him. In that evidence, he is the owner of an invitation. Let's see if we can make any cool connections right now. No. We have very little to go on. Okay. Hey, do you know Frank
Will
Barnaby?
you satisfy my curiosity?
I thought no one would ever ask.
Wow, what are the odds? He owns a shop in Chinatown called Barnaby's Hidden Gems. Hey, Eloquent Duck. Good to see you. Glad you could make it. Yeah, time zones are the worst. I need this summer to start streaming a little bit more in the morning, like my hours, like 12 hours from around now. Now that I have some free time in the summer, I feel like that hits a whole lot of folks
How
who
marvelous,
just can't
Holmes.
make it
A city
here
within
in
a city.
the evenings
Indeed,
when I usually
those
stream.
lanterns are delightful. It is as though we have been transported to the Orient itself.
Wow.
Is this familiar to you?
I don't wish to be rude, but I don't have a clue about this.
Where are these hidden gems? Salon, casino. Let's see. Uh-oh. We got cat alert. Oh man. Now Quentin, now you're talking. Streaming at work. That's the ultimate flex. I mean, yes, the computer there is state property, but on the flip side, you gonna check me, boo. I do what I want. Ah, Barnaby's Hidden Gems. We've done it.
Rather unassuming for a jewelry store.
Yeah, my IT department probably would know
He at it again.
if I was on
Barnaby still owes
Twitch.
ya. If he can't pay in greenbacks, he'll
They
pay
definitely
in
are
blood.
monitoring
Can
all
I
of our
ask you a
traffic.
question?
Don't be angry with me, sir. But I don't know.
I mean, this is the thing. I've long made the argument that as someone who teaches classes about gaming, any gaming related activities that take place on my work computer
Locked.
should
No one's
be
here.
considered research. Oh no, what happened? Oh no. This looks mysterious. Okay, let's see. So he's not around. So those people know him, maybe.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
Make the students watch the stream for their school laptops, pump those numbers. I mean, absolutely. Holmes sweeps Redhead off her feet. Say, Barnaby owes them money. He is a known alcoholic and currently getting drunk at a local bar called the Giddy Gator. Recognized by a yellow hat and green jacket. Oh, I like this guy. Okay, let's use our fast travel to go to the Creole Quarter.
This place. There's a Spartan charm, does it not?
It does. My soul will always yearn for London's gloom, but it reminds me of Cordona in a nice... May I ask for your assistance?
No, fast I'm out of it.
All right. I was never completely satisfied earlier that I'd found the Giddy Gator bar. Ah, but here it is. Maybe. Is it an outdoor bar? Is that what we're dealing with
Could you
here?
help me?
What makes you think I can be of any help?
I don't know. You're sitting here. Welcome in, by the way, everyone. Glad you could be here. Speaking of bars, I need... Oh, look, another great cat. There's some great cats here in Nolans. How do I actually gain access to these? Oh, is this him?
Barnaby, unconscious but with his eyes open.
Oh, here we go. It is on. Banking House of E.W. Gray invites you to participate in a closed auction. Wear your cleanest suit and you have to be sober. I'd love to get invitations like that. Oh, it's disguise time, baby. You know it.
Look, Watson, the two of you are just alike.
Oh, great. So I look like a haggard alcoholic.
Eureka!
What have you got?
An idea. First, we'll need Mr. Barnaby's clothes.
Holmes.
Watson, time is of the essence. You will go to the bank, not as yourself, but as Frank Barnaby.
Holmes, we look nothing alike.
That's where the cat hair
Perhaps you
mustache
could
comes
lifting.
in.
Just stay cool, play the part, and no one will notice the difference. Trust me.
Holmes, must we really indulge in this farce?
It worked in Switzerland, didn't it?
Sure, if you redefine the word worked.
That is a pretty cool looking dude. Look at that. That guy is just popping with Riz. He's just covered in Riz right now. All rizzed up. Let me get a good screenshot of that. That has that has thumbnail written all over it. Let's see here. How do I get a good close up? Oh, there we go. Perfect. There it is. Okay. Let's see here. So back to the spot. Let's fast travel to the Harbor Master's house. I was at, speaking of needing a drink, my wife and I went to an Italian restaurant
Where's the
near
money,
here
Barnaby?
on Friday night for dinner, and
I'll wait here, so
I
as not
had
to arouse suspicion.
a lovely Negroni. It was quite good. Who doesn't like a Negroni?
Mr. Barnaby.
That's me.
Right you are. Shop owner.
Right. Your invitation, sir?
Here you go.
You okay, sir? Seem to have the jumps.
I'm in a rush.
Okay.
Come on in.
This guy's great. All right, here we go. I'm Frank Barnaby. I own a mansion and a yacht.
I simply must have them.
Could you help me?
I'm so sorry. I can't be of help.
Sorry, I'm just dealing with another client's request. Please wait a moment.
May I ask for your assistance?
It isn't possible for me to help you. I'm sorry.
That's what I say when everyone asks for my help. It isn't possible for me to assist you. Rare stone, believed to be a piece of shattered space rock that fell to Earth.
Do you know anything about this?
I don't want to disappoint you, but I'm clueless.
Nice to meet you, Clueless. I'm Frank Barnaby. No pass. Well, they've stumped me. Oh, I didn't realize he had the magic detective vision.
I know. Exciting, ain't it? I'll be right with you.
Oh, here we go.
This might be useful. I'll make a note.
Fine philanthropists, eh? I believe it when I see it. Oh, is this a take a closer look moment? No.
They're so black, it's like they absorb light. Rather hypnotic.
Perfect. For a cultist. Oh, she ready?
Morning, sir, and welcome to the E.W. Gray Banking House. The auction
Those
will
are
begin
amazing
shortly.
glasses.
Name's Zoe Clemens, and I'd be delighted to help you.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Clemens. I am Frank Barnaby.
Nailed it.
I do have some questions, if you don't mind.
Nailed it.
Forgive my curiosity, but who was the previous owner?
Sir, I ain't at liberty to disclose them details.
These gems are rather curious. What can
The
you tell
yellow
me
hat
about
is
them?
so good.
These rare beauties are black opals, all the way from Coober Pedy, South Australia. When they catch the light, the dark stone becomes a brilliant rainbow. It's something special.
It doesn't say where these stones came from. No provenance, no previous owner. I'm starting to suspect they were illegally procured.
Good job not drawing attention.
We would never. I can assure you these gems were bought from one of New Orleans' most upstanding citizens, a philanthropist no less. If you would like to know more, I could get my manager.
You old dog, Barnaby. Didn't think you'd sober up for the auction.
Wow, look at this
An
guy.
hour ago, you were 3 sheets to the wind.
Oh, you know, I hold my liquor better
So this
than
guy
most,
knows Barnaby.
And the auction was an important business opportunity.
An important business opportunity.
Okay, here we go.
What have you done with the real Barnaby?
Well, maybe I'm drunker than I thought, mister.
Mister? What's wrong, Frank? You're looking pale. Don't you recognize your old pal, Grubb?
Hey, Grubb. I feel like it would be very difficult, and I don't know this for sure. I feel like it'd be very difficult to achieve that shade of yellow in a hat at the time this game was set. They didn't have Curious George Man in the yellow hat technology back then. Large wool hat, oversized. This guy's all hat, no cattle. Position of power. Golden Revolver champion. Proud or poser? Yellow's new tech. They did not have yellow, weirdly, until 1967. I feel like it'd just be hard. I mean, like, what's a hat made out of back then? Like felt? Like a felt type material? I feel like it'd be hard to get like a color fast, bright yellow felt dye job. But maybe not. Dyes have existed since the earliest eras of human civilization. So maybe I'm just not giving enough credit here to the fine hatters of the Victorian era. Actually, a barking toothless dog. In fact, the sheriff feels so uncomfortable that he tries to compensate with ridiculous tournaments, fashionable looks, and threatening behavior. I'm going to say he's a toothless dog. Take that.
Sorry, Sheriff, but I don't have time for this.
Now, Frank, when I'm talking to you, everything else waits. If I want to talk, you talk. If I say jump, you say off which pier. Do we understand each other?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, while I have you, there's the matter of your outstanding fines.
They are
I've been
outstanding,
more than
thank you.
reasonable, but I'm afraid the bills come due.
Fines? Right. I'm afraid I don't have anything on me.
That's funny. Ain't you at the auction? I weren't born yesterday, Frank.
You
Now,
weren't.
Assault, battery, disorderly conduct, that's serious stuff. You got off easy, but if you don't pay up, things get a whole lot worse.
Look, Sheriff, I'm not actually...
Whoa. Think careful now, because Frank Barnaby only owes us cash. Fraud, impersonation, that's weasel behavior. And you know what we do to weasels round these parts. Feed 'em to the gators.
Oof.
So, Frank, what's it gonna be?
Oh, that's
Here's
fantastic.
all I have.
Wow, we got shaken down. Good job, Watson.
Mighty fine of you. The people of this parish deserve peace. They don't take kindly to visitors. Don't miss that boat tomorrow morning, Doctor.
Wow. Busted. Yeah, Metalli, when they're doing the observe thing, I definitely feel like they're like up and down. It's very good. All right, well, we did it, gang. Local sheriff saw through our disguise. No sense in wearing this silly outfit anymore. It's time to go back to the boat and change there so to avoid Barnaby's legacy. Oh, man. Okay. We're getting some mind mapping done. It needs a better cat hair mustache if we're going to pull that off. Okay, so I guess it's time to leave. Good news, Sherlock. I nailed it. Investigation complete.
I told you, Holmes. I told you it was a bad plan. Now we're penniless and wanted criminals.
That's so good.
Hysteria gets us nowhere, Watson. Tell me what happened.
The sheriff saw right through me. He knew who I was from the start. Extorted me for every coin I had.
Bah, all that matters is what you learned about the gems.
I shan't discuss it while still wearing that blighter's clothes. I'm going back to the boat to get changed.
Really, we have to do that?
You know, I think the look actually compliments you. Why bother changing it?
All right, it seems to really want me to go back and change clothes. Yeah, I don't know why. He does look great. Sherlock followed me? Yeah. Imagine seeing someone in this green jacket and stylish yellow hat just jogging through town with someone jogging behind him. Like, jogging hadn't really been invented yet. That doesn't come along till the late 1970s. For a moment, I thought you weren't wearing pants. Both my characters are.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
No, I've never heard of it. But I can help you with something else.
No. May I ask you something?
I'm so sorry. I can't be of help.
Ah.
Always a pleasure to see you regular, Mr. Barnaby. Welcome home.
Is this a riverboat brothel? I guess it might be.
May I ask you something?
No, honey, I've heard nothing.
But Mark Twain would have loved a riverboat brothel. I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to go here. Time to go back to the boat. Is this not the boat I came in on? Is that the problem? Am I at the wrong ding-dang boat?
Yeah. A pox on the crew.
A pox on the crew. That's exactly right. Very angry at that crew. Let's see. Continue searching for a boat. Huh. Okay, manual saving it. The game seems to not want me to do anything right now other than find a way to change clothes. So I guess I'm going to keep looking for our boat if that wasn't our boat. And I doubt we did arrive on a local floating brothel, so that makes sense. It doesn't seem like probably the vessel that Holmes and Watson would have traveled on. Okay, can't go that way any further. Can't go that way. Is that on my map, perhaps? Okay, back at the harbor master's office. Boats are usually located beside water. I'm putting all my deductive skills to work here.
No, no! Was that your luggage again? I don't understand. We just got it back in order.
Crew.
It was like the luggage had legs of its own. Oh, Mr. Pratchett will have my head.
The luggage had legs of its own. Mr. Pratchett will have my head. Now that's a good in joke.
How am I gonna fish him out? Anyone got a net?
No, but I've got Frankie.
Forget the sheriff. I'm sure it was simply bluster and bloviation.
So do we need to get down there and claim our lost luggage? Is that what's happening? And if so, how? I don't see how we get down there in the water.
I know how this looks. Twice in one day.
Oh, here we go.
What are the
Now our
chances?
clothes are in the bloomin' water.
It was like the luggage had legs of its own. Oh, Mr. Pratchett will have my head.
Things are
I ain't
great
sure what
in
you
scenic
did to
New
the
Orleans so
sheriff,
far. Welcome
but
in,
it must
Green
have
Bean.
been something real hairy to have him chuck your luggage off the pier.
With respect, miss, have we met before?
If you were the real Frank Barnaby, yeah, we would have. But where are my manners? I'm Lucy. And you are?
Frank
John,
Barnaby.
I didn't mean to be rude. I've just had a difficult day, miss.
Well, it's barely noon. And you've already made an enemy in Sheriff Grubb. The man starves his gators just in case someone crosses him. John who?
Watson.
Well, Johnny, if you plan on sticking around, you better change that suit, or Frank's reputation will catch up with you. And then you'll be a John Doe.
Alas, I think one of those gators is currently devouring my spare clothes.
You've got yourself in a fine pickle. All right, come on
All
board
right.
the Nymph of Louisiana, and I'll sort you something to wear.
The nymph? Is that what it sounds like? Why are you helping me?
Well, let's just say you ain't the only one who's had run-ins with the sheriff. Way I see it, this city deserves better. Now quit your stalling and head on over to the Nymph. I'll be in room 6.
I know exactly
This
where
Mr.
that is.
Barnaby is proving rather useful. Perhaps you're not so different after all.
Welcome in, Green Bean. Glad you could be here. Welcome in, everybody.
One more word, Holmes, and I'll hand you over to the sheriff.
Sorry, was that John talking or Frank?
Oh, go annoy someone else while I visit the nymph.
All right, we did it.
Well, look at you.
Wow.
All dressed up with nowhere to go.
I can't thank you enough. As I was saying, our journey has hardly gone to plan. We seem no closer to finding our missing people than when we left.
Well, if there were anything to know, Champagne'll know it. She's across everything in New Orleans. Look for
Okay.
her in the fisherman's village behind the Creole Quarter.
Thank you again, Lucy. I shall make my way there now.
Good luck, Johnny. Keep out of trouble.
Fisherman's Village. All right, an American jacket. Nice. Behind the Creole Corner. So let's go to our map. Let's... Can we not fast travel from here? Maybe not.
Ah, forgive me, Watson. The difference is plain as day. What a remarkable transformation from Barnaby.
If we're critiquing wardrobes, Holmes, maybe you can explain why you used to roll just one sleeve up. Did you get bored halfway through?
It's a sick burn from Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. Ooh, thoroughly stuffed with smoked salmon. Nice. That's not the worst way to be. Ooh, man, I had a fantastic little bowl of some lentil chili with rice and tofu tonight for dinner. Oh, man, it was good. Oh, it was good. There's nothing better than a really well-prepared piece of tofu. Just soaks up all those good flavors. Yeah, lentils are always great stuff. Very filling. Pack a lot of flavor. Actually, I have an opportunity next year to go to New Orleans. I have a conference there, and I'm kicking around back and forth whether I want to do it. Ooh, I have some lox of bagel for tomorrow morning. I'm very excited about it.
Is this familiar to you?
Oh, I've had pork.
Lives in Fisherman's Quarter on a hut on a boat. She owns 2 diggity dogs. I hear dogs. Oh, they're 2 diggity dogs.
Tocqueville? Lafayette. Hush now. No.
Tocqueville and Lafayette. That's
Them two
amazing.
don't take kindly to gents, especially foreigners. How can champagne help you? Trip to the bayou? Feeding a huge crocodile?
Some other time, perhaps. Word has it you know everything that goes on round these parts.
Maybe. Maybe not. What you want to know?
The bank in town recently purchased a valuable collection of gemstones from a wealthy man. What do you know of it?
Sure. I hear everything. This time I tell you for free. Next time, you pay.
Thank you.
May have been 1-2 weeks ago. Rich man's butler sold him some black opals.
And this rich man is?
Don't know his name, only that he from the French Quarter. Folk back in town could take you there. That's all I know. You need a boat? I hire 'em out for dollars. Or a bottle of you-know-what.
Thank you for the offer. And
ketchup? All right. Picked up clues. Cook with mushrooms a lot more than tofu. Yeah, a good marinated mushroom can soak up flavor really beautifully too. I love mushrooms. I'm mushroom crazy. Anytime I'm at a restaurant and there's any sort of like wild harvested mushroom dish on the menu, man, I'm all over that so fast. I've told the story on stream before about I grew up with my parents hunting and foraging for morel mushrooms quite a bit. And the one time that I think somehow the wrong mushroom got mixed in and I got left at home having the worst ever shroom trip as like a 13 or 14-year-old. Ooh. A 7 or so course mushroom dinner? Yes, absolutely. Hey, Chrono Travis, good to see you. The game is afoot here in Sherlock Holmes' classic stomping grounds, New Orleans. Okay, French Quarter. That's Fisherman's Quarter, that's Creole Quarter, that's Chinatown. I wonder where we get to the French Quarter. Good to see you, Chrono Travis. Welcome in. Welcome to everybody. Let's shoulder check that lady.
Is this familiar to you?
I know a lot, but not this.
Wait, let's see. I don't think that's what I want. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, it's time to mind map it. Here we go. There we go. This should get us to the French Quarter. He's most likely Mr. E. Arneston from the French Quarter. There we go. Pin evidence.
Do you know anything
Is
about
that Abe
this?
Lincoln?
Oh, I've heard talk.
Use a cab near the harbor master building to travel to the French Quarter. Thank you. Is it just that always whoever the first person you talk to after pinning a piece of evidence has the information you need? I get the feeling. Yeah, as the game suggested earlier, Abraham Lincoln may be alive, and I think that was some good evidence. Okay, let's save before we leave. This game doesn't feel like it would let you dead end, but I guess it's never a bad idea to have a save. Just in case.
French Quarter, and get us there fast.
Was there actually a cabbie there? Were we talking to the horse? Oh man, get a load of the French Quarter. It was rusting.
I'm not used to this warmth and humidity. Hopefully our Arneston has a shady garden.
You know, Watson, the opulent mansions and stifling heat remind me of my time in the Mediterranean.
Cordona does sound rather magical. Do you think you shall ever return?
I don't know. That place was home to some of my greatest memories and some of my lowest moments.
I love that this game so frequently references Chapter 1. Which again, fantastic game. If you haven't played Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, I streamed it like a year ago or so. It's worth picking up. It's currently on sale. You will not regret it. I should pin some evidence, huh?
These plants and trees definitely keep the place.
Hey, Necker Keys, good to see you. Long time no see. Glad you could be here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good evening. We're playing a little bit of Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. It's a game full of Holmesian deduction and Lovecraftian horror. At the moment, we are tooling around the French Quarter of New Orleans in classic Gabriel Knight style.
Could you help me?
I'm bone tired, but yeah, I'll help you.
That's how I respond to anyone who asks me for help. Large gate adorned with basins. Looking for a large gate adorned with basins. Leviathan, you're right. I feel like Sherlock Holmes very seldom just jogged anywhere. It does break the immersion a little bit, right? Ooh, been on an absolute kick of detective games recently. Green Bean, what are some of the good ones that you've been playing? You're great to see you, Leviathan. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Ooh. Those are basins. We've done
Lord,
it.
help me.
Let's walk at the top hat. Okay, let's see if we can see what we can get ourselves into. We got all kinds of great outfits. I mean, we could go classic Sherlock Holmes. A smoking jacket. Here we go. Oops. We'll get the whole effect. Cool glasses guy. Oh yeah, there we go. I think that's part of the look. I don't know if I want to make him look so rough. It's a lot of outfits for a detective game that so far hasn't really used outfits very much. Let's see. What can we put Watson in? Oh, that's a good Watson look. All right. Now we're cooking. Get a load of that.
No. Excuse me, miss. Are you all right? What is your name?
Eula, sir.
Waiting for someone, Eula?
Yes, sir. My brother Davy. He works for Mr. Arneston in that mansion yonder. Been 5 days now since I last heard from him.
Come now, why all the tears?
Something happened to Davy.
Why do you think?
I feel it in my bones.
Do you think he may have left the premises?
No, sir. Davy, he ain't like you and me. He's smart in some ways, but he can't talk. Not a word. He's pure and kind.
Fear not. We will look for your brother. One presumes this gate is locked. Is there any other way inside?
There's another entrance through the stables you could try. That's where I meet Davy normally, but I couldn't get in. See, I couldn't find the key. It wasn't in its usual spot. Please hurry, sir. Find him for me.
We're on it. Yeah, I think it's the pork chop sideburns that really sell it for me, too. Ooh, Green Bean Duck Detective, Detective Grimoire. The horror at the door. Wow, we're in a new chapter. Arnson's Mansion. Ooh, I was expecting 2 chapters tonight. Case of the Golden Idol. Interesting. I don't play a ton of detective games, but I really like these Sherlock Holmes ones. Okay, we don't have much evidence yet. But we will. Just you wait. Just
Please,
you
Lord,
wait.
protect my brother.
Okay. Entrances through the stables. Here, these appear to be the stables. I've done it. I've solved another crucial case. Ooh, we can use our detective vision. Oiled traces of mud, often used.
I rather wish my lockpicks had not been lost in the river.
Along with all our clothes, books, tea.
Still sturdy intact. Hey, Leviathan, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Only played Sherlock Holmes Nemesis. It was pretty good. I've played Chapter 1 and this one. Really love Chapter 1. This one's been good so far. I'll have to check out the Grimoire games. Thank you. Oh, here we go. What have we here? Broken stems, chipped edge. We've done it.
This must be the key to the stables.
Another mystery solved, courtesy of Sherlock Holmes.
Mr. Arneston's cab is still here.
So quiet. Yet I doubt there was peace around here.
Poor animal has been suffering for days.
It's dehydrated, Holmes. Without water, it will die.
Wow. I mean, it's a really good point. If you're going to hide a key somewhere on that screen, that seems like the place to put it, right? Like, the flower pot seems very obvious. Let's see if we can solve this dying horse puzzle. Oh, cayenne pepper.
Cayenne pepper. Half empty. Or as Watson would say, half full.
I like that line. Is there detective vision? I not do anything for the horse? Ooh, man, I could go for some good gumbo. A few years ago, I developed a shellfish allergy. It's the only thing that can kill me that I've discovered so far. Otherwise, I've been invulnerable up to this point. But losing out on shrimp in my gumbo has been such a disappointment. I mean, you can make a fine gumbo. You can make a fine vegetarian gumbo. You can make a fine gumbo with chicken in it. But, man, nothing's as good as just some really fresh shrimp. Plenty of that cayenne in there. Hit it with some Tabasco sauce. Oh. I mean, there are worse fates than having to eat some chicken and andouille sausage gumbo. Uh-oh. Investigation scene found, eh? What we got going on?
Size 10. The owner's footprints were shallow.
You know, one of my favorite foods on Earth was any kind of crawfish. Just like crawfish étouffée is probably my favorite preparation. And losing that when I developed my shellfish allergy a few years ago was just heartbreaking. Just absolutely heartbreaking.
Size 10. The heels are sinking into the ground. Look here, Doctor. 2 sets of footprints left by the same person, yet they vary in depth. What do you conclude?
Perhaps they arrived empty-handed, but left carrying something heavy.
Precisely. We'll make a detective of you yet, Watson.
Yeah, I feel like I could, I might be able to rival Tiana in a gumbo cook-off. Why not?
Do you smell that, Holmes? Something bad happened here.
I know. Be prepared for anything.
I'm leaving. I like the sound of any of that. Let's see. Is there anything else in this crime scene? I feel like I might have missed something.
Whoever left the manor was dragging something heavy.
Ooh, a fish gumbo. Yeah. Shrimp is still the protein of choice. Mud with Pete. Okay, we have to figure out who this Pete is and get to the bottom of it.
A few drops of blood, but not from a mortal wound.
They've wounded an immortal here. I had a magnetic bezel that must be activated to open the lock. It's great to install a high-tech lock. I don't even look at that body.
Someone was bleeding, but it doesn't look lethal.
At the park. Video a few years back of a chef in Disneyland serving a gumbo. It just looked preposterous. You know, I was at Disney World just earlier this year, and they were doing a gumbo special at one of the restaurants I ate at.
The candle was burning when it fell.
And I ended up deciding against it. Like for a moment I was curious, but then
Someone
it's like
smaller walked over these boot prints.
I've had real gumbo, and I've had like good homemade gumbo from someone who grew up in Louisiana. And as good as the food at Disney can be, I just couldn't bring myself to order the Disneyland gumbo that day. Yeah, you know, honestly, having eaten kind of all over Disney World, at least, I would trust Disney probably more with international cuisine than I might with regional American cuisine.
A trail of wax leads to the door.
Trail of wax, eh? Doubly so if it's something that's supposed to have heat in it. Absolutely. Ooh, is this the moiter weapon?
The bent end of this candlestick has blood on it.
Ooh. Now these look like clues if I've ever seen clues. You'd absolutely think the American dishes would be easier to replicate. I don't know. Like, shouldn't, like, American barbecue be easier to replicate at Disney than, like, an authentic dim sum dumpling? Yes, but for some reason it's not. Oh gosh, I don't want to turn this into Uncle Jess's Disney Adult Hour. But the last time we were at Disney, we went to Via Napoli, which is one of the Italian places in Epcot. If you couldn't guess, Via Napoli was going to be Italian. Spoiler alert, it was. And their whole deal is like they had shipped a brick pizza oven all the way from Italy and reassembled it there on site, and they imported apparently all of their spring water to make their crust from Italy and everything. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like a lot of squeezing for a questionable amount of pizza juice. But oh man, was it good. It may have been the best pizza I've ever had. I'm ashamed to admit that maybe the best pizza I've ever had in my life was in fact at Disney World in Epcot.
Mr. Arneston with his prey.
I mean, this could be at Green Bean Face. I probably don't know what really good dim sum is, which makes me more easily impressed with that. That's a really good
Watson,
call.
Would you please lend me your medical expertise?
I'll do my best.
I mean, it was out of this world. The pizza was just fabulous. And all it was, like,
his corneas are already clouded.
Ooh. We had our daughter with us, like a lot of kids, you know, she doesn't want a lot of fancy toppings on our pizza. All it was pepperoni, cheese, and basil. And oh my gosh, it was just out of this world.
The hand can bend freely. Rigor mortis has passed.
I didn't know rigor mortis went away. Huh, you learn something new every day. Oh yeah, let's get a closer look down here.
Hay on his trousers suggests a gardener or groom.
Hay on the trousers. Got one more clue here to find. Yeah, I was just in Chicago for the first time ever a couple of months ago, and tried Chicago deep dish and really enjoyed it. Normally I'm not a deep dish guy, but again, like when all you've ever had is like Pizzeria Uno, it's not exactly the best way to judge deep dish pizza. And boy, did I have some good deep dish pizza while I was there. Here we go.
A deep stab reached the man's heart. Clean edges suggest a sharp blade, but the wound is too wide for an ordinary knife. This man has been dead for a week, the result of a sharp object piercing his heart.
You are mostly right, but I would bet he died 5 days ago. Heat and humidity will have accelerated the decomposition.
You know, I'm blanking on the name now, Green Bean, but I know it was one of like the bigger, like if you're a tourist in Chicago, this is one of the places everyone suggests you go to get your deep dish. But off the top of my head, I'm blanking on what the name of the place actually was. Like, I bet if you told me some of the common spots, I would probably remember it. Yep, that's it. That's it, Grayson. That's the one. We did Lou Malnati's. Yeah, we did Lou. It was very good. Okay, so there's still more to this crime scene.
What horrors happened here?
Uh-oh. We got another ding-dang dead body.
I will need your help one more time, Doctor.
I'm starting to think something bad happened at this mansion. Lou's is kind of middle of the road. That's what you'd order for an office party. Yeah, I can get that.
An enormous blow shattered her ribcage.
But I enjoyed it. Again, it was much better than any... That's a real hog's head situation. Better than any deep dish I'd ever had.
Extremely sharp and deadly.
This is like a terrible kitchen accident. And her mise en place is just an absolute mess. More like a mess en place.
Blooded, broken nails. The poor woman tried to put up a fight. A wound like this could only be dealt by a man of incredible strength.
And cruelty.
That makes me a suspect. Well, maybe not the cruelty part. Just how incredibly strong I am. I bet it wasn't an axe throwing murder. Or a cleaver throwing murder. I think it was an up close and personal struggle. Only had deep dish in Tokyo. That would be an interesting experience. You know, when I lived in Italy, one of my favorite things was to go to this southwestern American style restaurant that they had in Verona where we lived. There was a Tex-Mex restaurant, and it was just so fascinating to see like an Italian take on what Tex-Mex food would be. It's like Tex-Mex is already this strange melange of American and Mexican food. So like, what if you then remove that one more step by doing the Italian version of it? The best part is like, literally they started out the meal with tortilla chips and salsa. Only the salsa was basically marinara sauce, which I thought was just fantastic. It's like, this is, I love everything about this. Ooh, Pequods.
A used kitchen towel.
Yeah, but it was just so good.
Tea for two. An odd glimpse of normalcy amid the horror.
Best smash burger of their life in Italy. Wow. You know what I feel like I didn't get while I was in Italy? I feel like I didn't get, other than pizza, a single good Italian meal. Like, I didn't manage to get any kind of pasta that I particularly enjoyed, which is too bad. I don't think he's dragging flour out. Hey, how's it going, Ricky? Okay, so where are the other steps of this grisly murder scene? So we'll reconstruct all this in our heads. And then we'll test out our theories. Okay, it's not somebody with a hatchet. We don't think. The game keeps wanting me to assume some sort of hatchet scenario. Okay, that's that one. That's that one. Where is... That's that one. That's the first one. That's the second one. The third one. Where's the fifth location? Because I don't think I have all of them selected yet, so I can't validate my theory here. There's number 1. Here's number 5. Here's number 2. Here's number 3. Here's number 5. Number 4. Here's number 6. So I should be able to validate, right? Or do I have to select a different case, I wonder? Let's see if that's the problem.
This place sets my teeth on edge, Holmes.
He's got edgy teeth. Happened to Davy. Dying horse. Crime scene. Backyard. Dying horse. Backyard. Burnt note about telegram. Letter from locksmith. There was an ice cream Watson in the last game. Okay. Let's see here. Can't figure out how to validate this yet.
A dashing portrait of Mr. Arneston.
Uh-oh. Poison genius. Is this about Davy?
A dull book about local geology. Even I'd struggle.
Geology? Oh wait, now we have more clues in our... I clearly need to collect more clues from around the house. That's what the game is telling me. I don't yet have enough to go on.
A nice bath right now, Holmes.
All right, we'll get to the bottom of this case. Ooh. This looks like a room that's gonna have lots of hot spots. Yeah, we need a Carl's Bequest style nap there. Man, look at that mural. Uh-oh. Crime scene, you say? Four important things to notice.
Arneston and Davy seem to have got along well. He looks more like a son than a servant. Arneston and Davy, 1881.
Ambergris flavored ice cream. Yes. Sure has a lovely bouquet. Speaking of Pequod.
Fauna of Louisiana. Full of things that bite, no doubt.
Well, this is quite a crime scene we're investigating. Usually they don't have so many
Pied
steps.
Piper. Foreigners missing in New Orleans.
Errol, you must stop. Okay. Is our mind map ready to map some more? Maybe not quite yet. Ooh, here's another painting. Uh-oh. There's one thing I should notice about this.
Note the blade, Watson.
A curved dagger, probably of Persian or Indian origin. 9 or 10 inches, I'd say.
Ooh, by my university's rules, that does make it a weapon. I've probably told the story in class before, or in class, on stream before, but once in class, I had a student who showed up to class and kind of spent the whole class just sort of like menacingly brandishing a knife while sitting in the front row and sort of scowling at me. And after class, I went to talk to the university about it. I was like, this seems like a bad thing. I don't know if I like this student having a knife the whole class. And they told me, sorry, if it's less than 5 inches under university rules, it does not count as a weapon. So there's nothing we can do about it. That's right, Kevin. You don't want to trifle with these sideburns in the game. It's absolutely dreadful. It really is. I mean, it was hilarious. It's hilarious, too. I mean, the idea that you would say that aloud and be like, yeah, this is a reasonable thing to say is pretty funny. But also, it's pretty dreadful. It's like, well, nothing we can do about this one. This one's out of our hands. Okay. Are we getting closer? Hard to say. Okay. Okay, so door with the horse symbol. Doors barricaded, won't budge. Someone's inside sobbing and breathing erratically. Person with the candle left a trail of wax. Wherever they were, they had quite small feet. As well outside again. Good job. Horse door still locked. Okay, let's go into our mode here. Hey! Welcome in, Seth Aurelius. Thank you so much for the raid. Let me get a shout out going here. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Of course, there was a McPizza. McPizza was good stuff. I remember when the McPizza first launched, and my local Pizza Hut was like feeling the pressure. You know, McDonald's is nipping at their heels, and they put out a sign in front of my local Pizza Hut that read, "Fresh, never McFrozen." It's like, oh man, shots fired. Thank you so much for the raid, though. What were you up to this evening? Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Jess, Decaf Jedi. Tonight we are playing a little bit of Sherlock Holmes, The Awakened, and really struggling at the moment. I'm not quite sure what I need to do next. Like, I have all of these things filled in. Normally I'm able to validate here, but it doesn't seem to want to let me. Which makes me think there's still clues I haven't discovered. I'm in the sword room. Validate parking, yeah. Usually it gives an option once you've like theorized how the crime scene went down to like put together all the deductions and then reenact it, but so far it's not letting me do this. Rather have a burger from a pizza place than a pizza from a burger place. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a pretty bad hamburger is still pretty good, but then I might say the same about pizza, but I don't know. Bad pizza is so disappointing. Okay, I think I've been everywhere up here and found all my clues. Let's go back to the Mind Palace. Make sure there was nothing waiting there. Oh, wait. Is this the clue we needed? So we're getting closer. Uh-oh. Wow. We're doing fantastic work here. Huh. So, what do I need to do? I'm a little bit of a loss. I wonder if I need to spend more time outside. Maybe that's where my answers lie. But I just have the wrong... Maybe I have the wrong thing pinned? Could that be it? Pin that. Grayson, I'm curious, do you know why it's not giving me the option here now that I've filled in all the potential scenarios to start validating options? Do I have maybe a place where I haven't chosen one yet? Is that the problem? I think I've got them all. Let's see, there's 4, 6, 5, 1. Oh wait, is this one I haven't done yet? That's the problem. Okay. Let's see. So this is that one. I think that's what it was. This person was surprised. Okay, then I go... That one's correct. Oh wait, that one is not correct. Let's validate that now. Still wrong. Okay. Step 3. It's not hitting with an axe. There may be the cleaver. The cleaver seems to be an important part of this story. Oh yeah, there's the curved dagger. That's what we saw earlier in the photo. Okay, okay. All right, now I think this is going to validate. We'll get the whole crime scene played out in front of us.
Entered through the back door at night, leaving mud traces in the hallway. Without being noticed, they picked up a candlestick and struck the man in the chair from behind. In the kitchen, 2 people were drinking tea, the workman and cook. They were startled by the noise of a falling body and went to investigate the parlor. The workman tried to subdue the intruder, but was stabbed by the attacker's knife. Judging by the wound, it was a curved blade. The cook panicked and fled back to the kitchen. The intruder followed, but since their blade was stuck in the workman, they used the meat cleaver on the table to kill her.
Wow.
Someone smaller arrived and discovered the carnage. They dropped the candlestick in horror and ran for safety to a room down the hallway. Meanwhile, the intruder returned to his first victim and dragged their stunned body away from the fireplace and out into the garden.
Got it. Wow. So, we have some more options now. Connect the dying horse. Let's connect the horrors of Arneston Mansion. Here we go. All right. Davey retreated and barricaded himself in. Yes. He's behind the door. That makes perfect sense. Connect that in there. Connect that in there. Our spooky meatball is nearly complete. Ooh, where's Arneston currently? He's in the backyard, right? Arneston's mansion. Been fed to the gators. Eliminate both of those. Okay, we don't have quite enough yet, but I bet when we take this next step, maybe we will. Maybe once we get Davey out of this barricaded room, we can make it happen. Okay, let's go back and pin a new piece of evidence. What does that say? Appears they exited their room to investigate the noise. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Lock was handmade to create the mechanism in accordance with your Requirements. It's hard to see the keyhole if you don't know where to look.
Davy, please open the door.
After all this, Holmes, I doubt the young man would open the door to a stranger.
Davy.
Oh, to a stranger.
Please open the door.
Let's go back and find his sister. Is the way out? No. I, of course, remember the way out. Thank you, Ricky. I'm mostly afraid of my inability to find my way around any game. Okay, let's find Davy's sister. Who should be at the front gate last time we saw her. What is that?
Dear God! Watson, quick! Get her down.
Oh no! Oh no! She's alive?
Look at your marks on her neck. There'll be a bruise, but she should be okay.
A note. Do you think this is to save the life of one English detective is worth more than that of a maidservant? Final warning, Mr. Holmes. Grubb.
Doctor, Watson,
Sheriff.
speak to me. How is she?
We were just in time, Holmes. Eula is stable.
Wow.
But lucky to be alive. We should take her to a hospital for a further examination.
Yes. I fear I was wrong, Watson. The sheriff is not a man to be underestimated. To lynch an innocent woman just to send a message, it's evil. We're not safe in this city, nor is anyone around us.
Then we must not dawdle. Help me get Eula to her feet.
No, no. I will not leave here without Davy.
Miss, please, we must get you help.
No, I will not be deterred. I will get my brother and bring him home.
Okay.
If my deductions are correct, Davy lies behind this door. He ought to be unhurt, but is no doubt shaken.
Davy. Davy, you there?
Davy, we understand what you witnessed before. It's safe now. You're safe. Please, let us in. Your sister wants to see you.
Everything will be all right. I promise.
Yeah, them gentlemen speak the truth.
Watson sounds pretty chipper.
Just open the door. Big sister's here for you. Davy, oh, come here, you. Thanks, sirs. Lord bless your souls.
Let me examine him, miss. I want to make sure he is unharmed.
Remember, he may be mute, but he still understands you.
All right, let's see here. Let's get a save. But that was pretty important progress to make. We're just rolling along, gang. Still world record pace. You know, that's what we're all about here at twitch.tv/decafjedi. Is busting out those world record runs.
Things you must have gone through.
Let's observe this kid. Red Eyes hasn't slept for days. Oh no, has he been in here for days? Pale and haggard, starving, and shocked. Shallow breathing, alarmed and agitated. Healing bruise, days old, insignificant. Okay. Torn pocket, old clothes are active. Davy's been left malnourished and starving for the last 5 days. Barricaded inside this room, in fear of his life. He's physically unharmed, hasn't been treated well. Bruise on his arm is being hit. Davy's been left starving, blah, blah. He's had a good life as a child in this mansion. He has a fresh bruise from a fall or a bump. Torn pocket is just a result of his... I mean, it sounds like this guy really cared for Davy at some level. I must say he was cared for. It's going to be Year 5's motto. World record speedruns every day.
Is a remnant of that awful night, perhaps even caused by the intruder, but he is otherwise unharmed. In fact, I believe life here was good for the boy.
Arneston and the others cared for Davy. That may have allowed him to withstand such horrors. I need your help, Davy. We know that the man with the curved dagger is responsible for all this. You recognized the man, yes? The same one in the photograph in the office upstairs, standing with Arneston.
All right.
Good. Please, write his name. And one last thing. The room with an image of a bell on its door may hold important answers. Do you know a way in? Yes. I think I've got it. You have been very helpful, Davy.
Uh-oh. I don't understand that at all.
Angels, sirs. All y'all lacking is a pair of wings.
Davy is calm and collected despite enduring all these horrors. An impressive young man.
Note with threats. Cool threat note, bro. Feels like he's in the backyard. Maybe not, though. Okay, I don't have what I need yet. Year 5 just gets even better. That's not bad. Not a bad motto for the new year. Okay, that's the door outside. We need to get into the door with the bell. So there was something on the board. Let's go back and look at this one more time. It shows a key upstairs, 2 keys. Chest gets gooder. Is there a lock somewhere here? That's what that message from the locksmith said. Happy to know that you like the work carried out in your stateroom. Challenge the most difficult job I've done. It was handmade to create mechanism, magnetic bezel that must be activated to open the lock. Keyhole is tough to find. So is that here in the... They say study. I mean, this feels like a study, doesn't it? Oh, here we go. Aha. Lock, peculiar form, A shape. Okay. Not bad. Now we have, how can the paint lock be opened? With a dying horse. That's going to be the secret. Letter from locksmith. Door with the horse symbol. Burnt note about telegram. Letter from locksmith. Okay, maybe. Getting closer. Getting warmer. At least narrowing things down. Ooh. This is tough. This is not a Jess gets good moment. I bet Arneston's inside the dying horse. It's the only thing that makes sense. Okay, secret lock shaped like an A. For his last name. Wonder if that's something we could ask Davy about. We're getting closer here. This is as tough as Monkey Combat or the Babelfish puzzle. It's definitely a very like multi-step sort of puzzle solution. So, gotta speak to Davy.
I pray you find Mr. Arneston as well, in one piece to boot.
We must stop this, Holmes. All these atrocities.
Okay, let's look at that again. So, 1 key downstairs, 2 keys upstairs. Just don't get it. So if we can open the lock upstairs, maybe it gets us the key to this room down here. See if our spooky vision reveals it. We need something with an A-shaped indentation. We haven't seen anything remotely like that up to this point. It'd been cool if it was in the chandelier. Oh, wait. Ah, this has the 2 keys on it. Aha. Oh, well, let me actually look down there.
Let's take a closer look.
Yes, let's. Okay. Signet ring, peculiar form. That's going to be the trick. Intruding part, button. All right. Here we go. Photo. Okay. Secret lock. Now we're on track. We've got another important clue. We're going to get this gang. By using Arneston's signet ring. Where's the ring? Photo of Arneston with a boy. Arneston's mansion. Letter from locksmith. It's inside the dying horse. I knew it. I knew that's where it would be all along. Not quite sure what's going on. Believe it or not. Just a clicking. Huh. It's about connecting that. It's still sort of weird I was able to open this up and not grab whatever's inside of it. Guess the signet ring's in there. I have an idea. Let's try 1881. See if that's the combination. We gotta open up this safe. Maybe it's 1881. Why wouldn't it be? I mean, I guess I could brute force it, but we'd be here all night. Huh. There's some key piece of information that I'm not finding so far. And I don't have a good sense of what it might be. But we need a date. That's, or some sort of 4-digit number for the code. Let's see. Study room on the first floor has an interesting painting. There's a hidden lock on its surface. Study room on the first floor. Is that this one? Does it look like a study?
When evil tries to knock us down, we get back up. We persevere. I ain't giving it the satisfaction.
Is there a locked door?
Mr. Arneston with his prey.
Study room on the first floor. I mean, are there other... I don't know where the study would be. This is our locked door that we're desperately trying to open. This is the room where they are. That's pretty much it for the first floor. Because this goes back outside, right? Yeah. This is a good time to save. Sailor uniform, nice. Ooh, what's our new hat? Oh, a sailor cap. Thank goodness we have all these disguises. Okay, let's read this again. So, mounted inside the wall of the bedroom, there's a hidden safe. The study room on the first floor has an interesting painting. There's a hidden lock on its surface. I wonder if that just means, if it's just a typo, and when it says painting, interesting painting with a hidden lock, if it just means this one. I feel like that's probably the case. Anybody think of anything I'm not thinking of so far? I may peek at a guide on this. I'm starting to get a little bumfuzzled at the moment. I feel like I'm missing something that I just keep walking past. Let's see. So I'm in cheat mode now. Everyone, please understand. This is not something I resort to lightly, but here we are. Let's see. Let's see. So there's a whole outside area that we have not discovered yet. Okay, let's see. I just learned about the existence of this. Let's see if this makes any kind of difference. My brain just heard Sailor Cap and did a mental fusion of Captain America and Sailor Moon. Yeah, that's exactly when I said Sailor Cap. That's what I meant. One of the lesser known of the Sailor Moon gang, but no less essential. Oh, man. Blood loss, large wound, waited a while.
A scrap of silk, soft and elegant.
Okay. We're following the blood, following the blood. Ooh, 5 things to discover here.
Luxurious shoes, size 9.
Watson, maybe step off the evidence? That would be too much to ask. Ooh. The slight dent of a palm print.
Look, Watson. Animal prints. I wonder what kind.
Let's say raccoon.
Boots, size 10.
Do you ever feel like Sherlock Holmes gets a little too caught up in shoe-related clues? I feel like roughly 40% of all Sherlock Holmes clues are just shoe-related.
These fingers were severed with a single clean stroke, but I don't see the thumb or middle finger.
Ah, classic missing middle finger, huh? Okay, so... root almost ripped out. Okay. Where's our trail come or go? Let's see now what our mental map might give us. Where's the ring? Animal near severed fingers. Holmes, is this Sherlock Holmes a Victorian hero? Because the dress in that area is really elaborate and gave him lots of clues. Yeah. Everything about clothing tells you all you need to know about a person's class or anything else like that. Maybe that is the answer. Where's the ring? Where's Arneston currently? Backyard. Arneston's mansion. Yeah, Bay's been fed to an alligator. Seems like the most... When Sherlock Stafford is talking to people in contemporary Florida. Yeah, it's just a dude in a Ron John surf shop t-shirt. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh wait, what do I have here? Wow. This is just quite a series of mysterious happenings. Oh wait, what have we here?
More boot prints.
That's not very exciting. Okay, somewhere around here, there's the clue we need that will complete our mental mapping. But so far, we are not finding it.
Poor animal has been suffering for days.
Any evidence out here in the corral?
There's blood here.
Yep. Okay, that just goes back inside the manor. Okay, I'm guessing we're about to make a full loop. And still haven't found the clues we need. Still can't complete our Mind Palace map.
No way in.
Which means we don't have the information we need to proceed. Okay, I'm going to peek at a walkthrough briefly. One moment more. Let's see here. It says... New concentration point on the painted wall. Now use the Farmer's Guide to Fauna of Louisiana as an archive for the animal near... Oh, wow. So I need to use the archives. Aha. Search this in the archives. 12 pounds. Vermin or small dog. Bayou. I knew it was a raccoon. I recognize that raccoon print, y'all. Who knew that I was such a master tracker? Typically nest inside tree cavities. Hey, thank you, Tetra Zelda. Welcome in. Good evening. Thank you for the follow. Okay. Where's the ring? We've died. A raccoon ate it. Thief was successful but clumsy. Like most crimes, ultimately, a raccoon did it. I mean, raccoons simply can't be trusted. Okay, now that we've done that, let's see. Man, this is insane. Okay. Let's see. So 1882. Let's try that. Or 1862. 1882 and 1862 both seem like solid options. Let's try those. Dates, we need 4 digits to plug into a wall safe, which will hopefully give us a signet ring, which will hopefully open that door, which will hopefully move us forward in this very convoluted puzzle. Here we go. Here we go. Wrong place. So 1882 and 1862. There it is. It's ponderous. What evidence lurks in here? Ooh, receipt for a double-barrel shotgun. Total price, $79.99.
These should come in handy.
Set of keys. Is it as simple as that? Okay. We've done it. We've gotten in the locked room. Whew. Was tough stuff. Okay. Whatever the price, pay it. Obsidian, glass like stone. Without, we can't work with lenses. You know what to do with deliveries. Let's see. What are we looking at here?
Dense and disturbing notes. It's hard to follow.
All right.
The scene is impossible, unnatural, but also familiar.
Ooh, this looks like one of our Cthulhu moments. Hey, Roger. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, man. Good evening. You're here just in time for a little bit of Sherlock Holmes and the Awakened. Deep grooves, the bed was moved. Frequent friction, haha. There you go. This is where the magic happens.
A foreigner's clothes, by the looks of things from the Near East.
Okay. Sweet, sweet.
A black opal, cut and polished, easy to sell.
A very sellable black opal. To reach your goal, follow death messengers, then pass through fire without fear. After the bleeding willow, chase the crows. Avoid any crosses that appear. Simple as that. I think that answers all our questions here. Let's see. That told me nothing. Huh. Well, now we have Raccoon as the ring. Okay, receipt from Lock and Load. Does that get us somewhere? Collection of notes with instructions. Telegram from R. Chapter 13, Raccoons. Black Opal. Animal near severed rooms. So it really wants us to connect the raccoons to this. Seems to be the only step we can make. Okay, good. Good. We're so much closer to solving this. Uh-oh. We're about to break this case wide open now. What in the world am I supposed to do? I'm at a total loss, gang. This mystery is kicking my butt right now. Let's see. It says here in the walkthrough. Okay. Got just enough of a hint to go on. So let's pin the raccoon clues. Hashtag all raccoon clues from here on out. We got a real raccoony situation going on. I bet the murderer had a raccoon on his head, pulling his hair, directing him as he committed the murder. That is now my Sherlock Holmes theory. A raccoony situation. Now you laugh, but when we discover it was a raccoon, I'll be the one laughing.
More boot prints.
Okay, it says we should come down here now. We should be able to follow the raccoon tracks. Okay, there are the boot prints. Blood, 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 blood. Raccoon prints. Raccoon prints. Raccoon prints. Raccoon prints. Covered in pepper, too much for a raccoon. What the world does that mean? Oh! How does he know how much pepper a raccoon can eat? I mean, that's the thing about Sherlock Holmes mysteries. Like, Holmes can just throw something like that out, and everybody's like, he probably read in a book somewhere. But, you know, it's not really fair detective work. Oh, there's what we were looking for. Was it Edgar Allan Poe that, like, wrote a list of rules by which detective fiction has to play? And I feel like just knowing a lot about how many peppers a raccoon can eat off the top of your head violates one of those rules.
Arneston's signet ring, as we saw in his portrait.
All right, now we're ready to go. Even Lord Peter Wimsey wouldn't know how many peppers a raccoon can eat. Okay. We've done it. All right, there's a gun.
It's almost a piece of art.
Well, is it though? I actually have a secret room like this in several rooms in my home, but I left no clues for anyone to discover them.
Well, isn't that interesting? Hello again, Lucy.
So Lucy's going to know his whereabouts? Another advantage Sherlock has as a detective, all his cases involve people leaving very important clues on desktops. That's true. And the great thing about being an experienced detective is you can tell exactly how many clues are in a particular location. That way you know exactly when you're finished looking for them. My dearest Lucy, might be a little sleepy. Completely and forever yours. Okay, so he is down with Lucy. Hey, and Shady. I've made a horrible mess of this house. We powered through chapter 4 and on to chapter 3 tonight. This has been a tough one. I didn't find all the clues I needed to outside, and it threw me off for a while. Investigation of Ashmat. Okay.
My princess, my love, my heart. Fitting words.
Good job stealing that, Sherlock. Feels like it should belong to you rightfully. Sherlock's ready to have a little party now. All kinds of cool stuff. All right, let's see here. Let's hit up that old mind map. Ah, here we go. Davy might hold the information. Okay. Where's Mr. Arneston currently? He's been eaten by a raccoon. I simply must tell you, he's been eaten by a raccoon. Bad news. Another raccoon murder. You hate to see it. That worse than being eaten by a grue? I think being eaten by any animal is probably unpleasant. If you're dead already, I guess it really doesn't matter. If you're still alive, I guess you want to be eaten as quickly as possible, though, so the larger the animal, the better.
We know that Ashmat is responsible for what happened here. We must catch him and hold him accountable. I know that you are scared, but you are also the only one who can help us.
Yeah, the imagination scene was like 7 or 8 steps.
That was sent to Ashmat.
It was wild.
You are an
I
impressive
agree.
boy
Yeah,
with
this
a
is pretty
phenomenal
cool.
memory. Can you tell us the contents of that message?
All right, here we go. Davy's got
Thank
us.
you, Davy. Watson, please copy down everything he writes.
Cryptic message. When the storm starts where the ships fall at Stevenson's guiding light, the last embrace of all the chosen. Okay. Investigation scene completed. Okay, so is this going to transition us to a new chapter? Perhaps not. Huh, I wonder what I need to do now.
When evil tries to knock us down, we get back up. We persevere. I ain't giving it the satisfaction.
We still have to find Arneston. After all we have learnt, I fear for his fate.
When evil tries to knock us down, we get back up. We persevere. I ain't giving it the satisfaction.
All right, let's look at this. When the storm starts where the ships fall, Stevenson's guiding light, the last embrace of all the chosen one. Do we need to go back to the French Quarter? I don't even know if we can go back to the French Quarter. I'm at my wit's end. We've pieced together so far everything in the old Mind Palace. Which makes me think maybe we're done here? Not a cab. Hashtag not a cab. In Shady, I would appreciate a little nudge. Hey, OSU. Absolutely, I'd appreciate a little nudge. Thank you. You check your map and fast travel to the origin point, you'll be taken to a cab. Okay. Hey, Silver Street, good to see you. Consulting detection and the Cthulhuing has been going well so far. Thank you. Oh, the French Quarter one. Got it. There we go. All right. Thank you. And there's our cab. Perfect.
Got a spot in mind.
New Orleans Port, and quickly.
All right. How's it going, Silver Streak? Hope you're doing well this evening. Everyone be sure to go follow Silver Streak. Terrific streamer. You won't disappoint. You won't be disappointed. Silver Streak won't disappoint. You won't be disappointed. Like I said, it's past my bedtime. Excited not to have to work tomorrow. Absolutely.
Innocent slaughtered, a woman lynched, a boy forever traumatized. I fear we've crossed the Rubicon, Holmes.
No, it's actually the
He is
Mississippi.
resilient, much like Eula. They will overcome this.
You're right, but I worry this portends far worse for us. What have we got ourselves into, Holmes?
Yeah, I've got to figure out some sort of trouble to get into tomorrow. I don't think we have any plans yet. We
Who's
probably
your
need some.
friend, Frank? We'd love a new face, and his is particularly lovely.
Johnny boy. So how was it with Champagne?
Most enlightening, thank you. And now my friend Mr. Holmes would like to talk to you too.
Yes, I like that
Won't
one a
you
lot.
something?
In Shady.
What can I do for you?
I'm afraid I bring bad tidings.
But why did you have your
How
sleeve
bad?
half rolled
It
up?
concerns your significant other, Arneston.
Arneson? Now, who said we were lovebirds?
A little midday stream, because why not?
Lucy, we only mean to help. No word of the matter shall spread.
What are you implying?
Okay. What does Arneson think of Lucy?
The man in this
Oops.
letter seemed ready to declare his feelings for you. Sounds like he was more than a client.
Yeah, that was a good line.
Part of the job. Men can say weird things when they think they're in love.
What would you be streaming if you stream tomorrow, Silver Streak? Have Arsa and Lucy met before?
This
Yes.
photo of you and Mr. Arneson suggests the feelings were reciprocated.
Looking interested when with the client is part of the job, Mr. Holmes.
That's a good point.
I don't even remember the man.
You mean to say you take pictures with everyone?
If they ask nicely. And pay.
All right. What are Arson's plans for Lucy?
Arneson definitely paid for a ring in your size inscribed
Heroine's
My
Quest.
princess, my love, my heart. It is for you. Arneson was going to propose marriage. Facts
I
are
loved
clear.
Heroine's
You
Quest.
know Mr. Arneson and perhaps even love him back. Regardless, he has been abducted. His life is hanging in the balance. Please, help me save him.
Oh my Errol! What have you gotten yourself into? I didn't want to believe this could happen.
Lucy.
Lucy,
What do you
Lucy,
know?
Lucy.
Could it have been the sheriff?
I don't know, John. This town has darkness in it. Errol and me, we had plans, dreams. We wanted to make this place better for all the folk who live here. Errol had grown suspicious of Ashmat, thought he was acting odd. He brought up the bayou. I told him to leave it all alone. The water's there. They swallow everyone.
You mean the alligators?
No. It's local legend. The bayou's dangerous. Any visitor
Okay.
that sees death's messengers, they die.
These messengers, are they abstract or a landmark?
They're white lilies.
Okay.
You see a path with them flowers, you turn around.
All right, Watson. We must find someone to take us to the bayou.
Lucy, you have our thanks. We will go and look for Arneson.
Is that the end of the chapter? Is that still not the end of the chapter? Oh my goodness. Sherlock wants to keep chess playing forever. I just want to go to bed, Sherlock Holmes.
Tired. Lucky we have ways to lift your spirits.
I just want to finish this chapter and go to bed. Is that too much to ask? Bet we're going to catch a cab. This feels like one of those situations. It is not. Okay, let's see here what we got. Need someone like Champagne to get you to the bayou. Oh. So Champagne was in the fisherman's quarter.
Hello again, and thank you. Your
Hey,
last
Champagne.
tip proved extremely useful.
Thank you, 6-7.
Don't mention it, Cher. Champagne ain't one for trickery. Nah.
It is a
You
frog
need
wares.
more help.
As
It's
it
their most
happens,
recent.
We need to take a short trip through the bayou into the nearby swamp. Of course, you'd receive fair compensation.
It's almost dusk. And only fools go into that swamp at night. Come back tomorrow. Champagne will take you down.
That will not do. We must go now. It is of grave importance.
I won't take you. But if you're crazy enough to go, I'll sell you the boat.
Wouldn't you know it, I came across a bottle of your namesake. Will that be enough for a boat?
It's warm. The bottle's dirty.
Wow.
But we got a deal.
A boat for a
I'll
bottle of
even lend you this
champagne.
rifle. If you're going into swamp, you'll need it.
One last favor. The boat that we came on is to leave tomorrow for Europe. Would you kindly relay a message to the crew for us? We may need them to hold their departure till 8 in the morning.
Of course.
I really enjoyed chapter 1, and I've had a great time with this one so far. All right, chapter 6, we did it. The Call of the Bayou. I never knew how much I needed Sherlock Holmes to be in Louisiana, but here we are. Swamp. Oh, look how shiny he is.
In Afghanistan, we had nippy nights.
Nippy nights.
Makes one yearn for rainy London.
This place, Champagne, did not mince words about it.
Keep your wits about you, Watson. We are inching closer to the heart of this mystery, however dark it may be. Hell's bells!
Uh-oh.
I told you to stay away, Doctor.
That he did, Holmes.
Are they firing cannon at us?
No hiding from me here.
Hope this is an arcade sequence.
No case goes cold on my watch.
Classic Sherlock Holmes quote.
Settle down, boys. Our friends are as good as gone.
This is it, Watson. Our moment of truth.
All right. There you have it. It's our moment of truth. Ooh, we have a fashionable waistcoat now. I better look at that. Oh, we can't change clothes here. Why not? We're on a boat in the swamp. It's a great place to try redress. Oh, wait. Is it not savable? My autosave is at the mansion, and it's not savable here. Ooh, I don't know. It says autosave at the mansion. It makes me a little nervous. Ooh. You know what? That's only like 4 minutes ago from the looks of things. So if I have to replay a minute at the beginning of my next time around, I'll do it. but was it 28 minutes ago? Oh wait, that's 10:52. It's 12:15.
Holmes, do you believe the sheriff? That we won't escape?
One cannot be hurt by superstition,
It's
Watson.
hours ago, yeah.
Look, Holmes, fireflies.
Down to a dock when you see one. This is pretty creepy. They're the lilies we were worried about. We've done it. We've done it, gang. Thank you, Shady. All right, there we go. Now we have a proper save. Wow. That was looking hairy there for a minute, but we've done it. So I am going to pause there. I ended up staying up way later than I meant to. I was having a really good time with this one. So thank all of y'all for hanging with me, for helping hit me through some of these tougher parts. Goodness gracious, we should launch a raid. Where should we raid to? Who is online? What is happening? Let's raid over to Bogus Meat Factory, who tonight is playing Dread Delusion, a game I only know a little bit about. I guess it's a Morrowind 'em up, as far as I can tell, but nothing wrong with that, right? So, hey, Tetra Zelda, thank you again for hanging out, and thanks for the follow. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out tonight. I've really been enjoying this game. I hope that you've enjoyed it, too. I think I'll be back probably Thursday night to play a little bit more of it. In the meantime, on Wednesday night, join me for Retro Adventure Wednesday, where I will be playing more of the X-Files game, the full motion adventure point and click game from 1998 that we've been having a lot of fun with. So don't miss that one. But for now, let's get a raid over to say hey to Bogus Meat Factory, and I will see you all again very soon. Take care, and be sure to tune in next time.